Hello friends, today I am with you to talk about my maiden book, The Spark is Within You. It has got very interesting incident behind writing this book. One evening I was walking on the mall of 17 sector Chandigarh, and in a bookshop, in a showcase, there was a book of quotations, and on the front page of it was written, "Reading makes you a full man, conference makes you a ready man, and writing makes you an exact man." The third part of the quotation, somehow it tickled me, it cajoled me. And when later I tried to search about this quotation, I found that it was written by Francis Bacon on his one of essays on studies. So writing a book had been a dream for me. It was a long cherished dream for me. But whenever I met the people, many of them told me that I have a Hindi background. It will be very difficult for me to write a book in English. But I had determination, I had belief in myself, and started with writing this motivational book. The book was published in December 2016 from Press Club of India. It is a motivational book, and I have divided this book into 38 chapters. Dear friends, when I look at the faces of youth today, I find a kind of dilemma on their faces. They are bewildered whether they should lead a life of what the world is like, or they should follow the path which has been shown to them by the teachers in the classroom. Because whatever is taught in the classroom is totally different. You can say it's in opposition to what they exactly find in the world. Because in the classroom we tell them about honesty, we tell them about virtues, we tell them all sorts of human values. But they find themselves at fight when they get into the world, and it becomes very difficult for them to lead a successful life. So keeping this dilemma in my mind, I have tried to give a kind of guidance to them that how they can maintain their virtuosity, how they can maintain their honesty, at the same time can be successful in this crooked world. Because the world is very crooked outside. It is not as simple as your classrooms are. So I decided to write this book. I have divided this book in 38 chapters, which belongs to different aspects of human life. And I started with the first chapter on discussion on existence of God. But let me be very clear that the discussion about the God is not with the purpose to get into any kind of controversy, because it is a chicken and egg controversy which will never come to an end. My purpose behind this chapter is, whenever we do something in our life, at the back of our mind there is a thing which is invisible, which we can call faith. Faith is a kind of Wi-Fi which keeps us moving on in our life. It is a kind of feeling. Even APJ Abdul Kalam has said somewhere in his book that there is some invisible force that keeps you moving on in your life. So in the first chapter, I just try to convince the reader that with this faith they should read this book. If you go with this faith and read this book, I can tell you, after going through this book, they will find a new kind of zeal, a new kind of energy, a new kind of enthusiasm in themselves. And those, especially those who are feeling depressed and downcast, they will come out rejuvenated. They will respond to this book as a thirsty plant responds to water. The different aspects I have dealt with in these chapters are, for example, what is the importance of goal in your life, and especially 2 chapters I have devoted to parenting and teaching, because they are the 2 important aspects of human life. They make you, and if you happen to have good parents, they make you a bright child. And if you happen to be a student of a good teacher, they definitely make you fly in the world. So these 2 chapters are very important in life. I have dealt with them in detail, and they are going to be very useful for each and everyone, because we all have children, and we want that our children should be good and not good. We want them to be better, and even the best one. So this is the purpose behind writing those 2 chapters. And apart from those 2 chapters, I have dealt with other aspects also. For example, what is the importance of goal, and how we can go with planning, how can we reach to that goal. That has been dealt with in great detail in the book. Then I have also talked about the qualities of good human being, for example, ego, for example, also how can we be honest and what exactly honesty means, and is life a matter of luck or is it a result of our hard work. All things have been discussed in those books, and I have tried to inculcate, or you can say I have tried to assimilate some quotation from great people into this book, which will make it very, very interesting reading. At the same time, a new thing I have given to this book is that I have incorporated some quotations from Hindi literature also. From Hindi literature also, for example, Ramdhari Singh Dinkar, Kabir, Rahim, and also Sanskrit shlokas have been introduced into this book. One very interesting thing I have done in this book is that I have also incorporated certain stories in the book, because you know the stories are very convincing way of telling the things. Sometimes it's very difficult to make the things clear to the listeners or clear to the people. But whenever you tell them a story, the things become very clear. They become as clear as crystal water, as clear as mineral water. Also there is another very interesting thing to this book is I have also incorporated my own experience in the book, and these anecdotes, these experiences, these quotes, these shlokas, these couplets, they really add to the flavor of the book. And friends, I can assure you people that after going through this book, you will definitely say, maza aa gaya. And that is the purpose of this book, कि आप इसको पढ़ने के बाद ये कहो कि मज़ा आ गया, और मज़ा आने के साथ साथ आपको एक नई दिशा मिले, एक नई आपको सोच मिले, आप एक नई एनर्जी के साथ, आप नई ऊर्जा के साथ ज़िंदगी को जीने का प्रयास करें. And friends, this book is available on Amazon.in. I can tell you with pride, I can tell you that this book has been great success for me. I have got support from different quarters, especially some people from South India, and also some people from this part of India have been very encouraging in the sense that they have taken the trouble to send me the feedback. So I recommend this book, that you please buy this book, and when you go through this book, let me know what is your views about this book. Also, I would like to inform you that after this spark is within you, I am soon to be going to come with a book in Hindi that is also going to be motivational book, and then the title of that book is going to be Main Abhi Khelega. That is going to be the title of that book. I think within a month or two that will be in the market. So by the time you go through, the spark is within you, and please feed me back. How do you feel about this book? Because your feedback is going to be an excellent guidance for me. At the same time, I thank you, the people from teaching community, who have been of great support in terms of encouraging comments on the book, and I have also received some good comments from the people who are related to the literary world. So friends, I hope you will go for this book and enjoy the reading. Thank you very much for listening to me and watching this video.